We begin tonight in the United Kingdom, where King Charles III has committed to a lifelong service to his people. In his first address to the nation as a monarch, King Charles paid a passionate tribute to his mother. Meanwhile, politicians and members of the public gathered at the service of prayer and reflection at London's St. Paul's Cathedral to remember the Queen. We captured the events in this report.
I speak to you today with feelings of profound sorrow.
King Charles III addressed the nation for the first time as a monarch.
My beloved mother.
In his passionate tribute, King Charles described Queen Elizabeth as an inspiration and an example to him and his family. He noted, quote, "In her life of service, we saw that abiding love of tradition together with that fearless embrace of progress which makes us great as nations." King Charles acknowledged that Queen Elizabeth was a life well lived, a promise with destiny kept, and she is mourned most deeply in her passing.
I pay tribute to my mother's memory, and I honor her life of service. I know that her death brings great sadness to so many of you, and I share that sense of loss beyond measure with you all.
King Charles III announced that his first son, Prince William, will become the Prince of Wales.
As the Queen herself did with such unswerving devotion, I too now solemnly pledge myself, throughout the remaining time God grants me, to uphold the constitutional principles at the heart of our nation.
The new king renewed his mother's lifelong promise of service, saying her dedication never wavered. He ended his address with a tribute to his darling mama.
To my darling Mama, as you begin your last great journey to join my dear late Papa, I want simply to say this: thank you. This is also a time of change for my family. I count on the loving help of my darling wife, Camilla. In recognition of her own loyal public service since our marriage 17 years ago, she becomes my Queen Consort.
Meanwhile, remembrance service for Queen Elizabeth II held at the St. Paul Cathedral in London. The service, which was led by the Dean Designate, reminded the congregation of the promise the Queen made at her coronation that all her judgments should be guided by law, justice, and mercy. Prime Minister Liz Truss led the reading from the Book of Romans in front of the congregation.
If we live to the Lord, and if we die to the Lord. So then, whether we live or whether we die, we are the Lord's.